Hey everybody, welcome back. I am the Gerbil. In today's video, I want to talk about Phoenix and Territory Wars, and specifically I want to talk to people who are kind of in a younger guild, early to mid-game, even mid-level guilds. I would really encourage you to not sleep on Hera, Omicron for Territory Wars with Rex, because this team has been more fun to play, I think, for me than most things in a while. And I think it's really, really good. So let's get started. First off, you may be thinking its GAC record isn't that amazing. Well, first off, it's too early to tell. If you go over to SWGOH at GD and you look at the who to attack records with Phoenix, you'll see that the number of encounters seen are really small, like 13 of these, and it only takes a couple of rows down before there's 5 of this, 4 of this, 3 of this, 3 of that. And in a player pool with nearly 500,000 people, these numbers are statistically insignificant. Do not bet the farm on this, not yet. Also, I want to emphasize that I want to talk about Territory Wars, not GAC. I'm going to show some videos in a second, but specifically Territory Wars. So why? Well, Phoenix is one of the first teams most people will farm, and there's been a big debate lately as whether or not you should farm it at all. Yes, you need Thrawn. Thrawn is good, but Thrawn is not as good as he used to be relative to power creep. So the big question is, do you need Phoenix? And I would say before Rex, no, not really. You really don't need Ghost Phantom for Home 1. You really don't need it for Profundity, although Ghost has a place. And then Phoenix didn't really do anything else in the game. They're not good in the assault battle. So there's a lot of actual reasons not to get them, but Rex changes things quite a lot. And here's why. So my guild, my primary guild, is about I don't know right now, maybe 450 million GP, and we do really, really, really well in Territory Wars. We do not emphasize it. It's not the big focus, but I consistently, even at this level, am running into teams at that level that this squad can handle definitively, easily. And in GAC, with only a 5-star Rex, I've been getting a surprising number of holds with them. Possibly because people don't know what to throw at it yet. But let's take a look at Territory Wars, because I'm kind of digressing here. Early mid games, these are some of the most common teams you will find filling up your Territory Wars over and over and over and over again. You're going to see these early mid games for a long time. Very early, you're going to see Phoenix. You're going to see Murder Bears. You're going to see some bounty hunters all the way through end game. You'll see bounty hunters. You'll see Kylo Ren Unmasked or Huxled First Order. You'll see Palpatine all the way through end game with Star Killer. But I'm not saying we can beat Star Killer here. No. This is early mid-game, so likely without Starkiller. Darth Vader lead for some reason. Karth, as people are developing their squad to unlock Revan. And of course, you're going to see Revans pretty soon. And this squad right here with Kanan, Ezra, Hera, Rex, and Chopper beats everything over there. Everything over there, hands down, bar none. With one exception really being, I'm not convinced yet about Jedi Knight Luke. Now, I haven't played it in Territory Wars, but I have been testing it a lot in Arena, and I get my clock cleaned every time by Jedi Knight Luke. Now, in Territory Wars, it may be different. Hera's squad may be able to beat it, and let's explain why. Let's dive into a little bit of the kits. I'm not going to go through a full kit review, but just kind of a summary as to what works and why this works. I suspect for early game development, Phoenix may be one of the top 2 or 3, honestly, Territory War squads you can farm once you're able to unlock Rex. So here's what happens. So Hera's leadership, first off, has a Territory War Omicron. But before we get there, you need to understand this. Every unique ability that a Phoenix character has, and they all have one, gets shared with every other character. So, for example, Sabine says that she gains 25% crit damage. That would mean all Phoenix will have 25% crit damage. And this is going to be really, really important in a second. Also, whenever a Phoenix ally uses a special ability, and they all have 2 special abilities, they gain 20% turn meter if Hera is active, and doubled if they have less than full health, so 40%. Okay, so we got a small turn meter gain nothing significant. However, the Omicron is incredibly useful here. This is really, really important. Why? Phoenix has been kind of squishy. Well, Hera gives them 50% maximum health. That's good. She gives them an additional 30 speed because they're also kind of old and a bit slower. What really, really is awesome is the next two things. One, when Hera applies backup plan, all Phoenix allies gain backup plan for 3 turns. That means 3 turns. And guess what the cooldown is on Hera? So that, in other words, she guarantees that everybody stays alive with basically survivor, right, or savior from Revan, right? They're gonna die. They're gonna be revived. They're gonna die. They're gonna be revived. It's really awesome. Then the first time, or no, skip that. Phoenix allies also, whenever they fall below 50% health, they're going to gain 80% turn meter. So they're going to be a lot faster. So basically, between using a special or potentially health falling and then the bonus speed, they're going to get a lot faster. And then finally, they're also kind of, they don't really hit real hard. But whenever a Phoenix ally uses a special ability, again, all have 2, all Phoenix allies are going to do 10%, gain 10% offense stacking, and that is going to exponentially increase real fast because every single turn, basically, you're going to be using a special, right? So every turn, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, and it's not just 10, it's exponential because it's stacking, right? The first time it's 10%, the next time it's 11% based on the original numbers, and so on and forth, right? It grows really fast, okay? Now, throw in the Rex factor. Rex, his unique says that he gains 25% crit chance, so everybody gets it. He gains 40% health, now everybody gets that. In other words, we're gaining 90+% health because Hera gives you 50, and then on top of that, you're going to gain 40% more. And it's not based on, as far as I understand, it's compounding. So it's 50% and then 40% more. Then he's going to give everyone an additional 25 speed. So now in Territory Wars, your team has a bonus 55 speed right off the bat and then 40% tenacity. Now, while I didn't underline it, at the bottom here below that little redacted section, there's something really important. Whenever a clone trooper or Phoenix ally is inflicted with a debuff, Rex gains 5% turn meter per debuff, and all allies recover 5% health and protection. Think about that. That means every time anybody gets debuffed, they're all going to recover 5% health and protection and gain 5% turn meter per debuff. Now, he does give you 40% tenacity, but the thing is you actually want to get debuffed a little bit, which is why I think some of the current Phoenix factions are not working so well in GAC. Of course, I'm talking Territory Wars. Why? Well, okay. Rex is a support character, and on his basic, it says inflict tenacity down, daze, and offense down. Then it says Phoenix allies gain 5% turn meter for each buff. Oh, sorry, this is not his basic. This is his AoE. It's an AoE. Phoenix characters gain 5% turn meter for each buff inflicted. So you got 5 enemies times 3 debuffs. That's 15 potential debuffs or 75% turn meter on top of the 55 speed, on top of the 90% health, on top of the 80% turn meter from falling below 50% health, on top of the 20% turn meter from whenever they use a special, and some other shenanigans I'm going to show you in a second. So his AoE basically just says, hey team, take an extra turn. All right, now remember I said you actually kind of want to get debuffed a little bit. Let's try to dive into that, and then I'm going to show some video. These are the unique abilities from each of the 7 Phoenix characters we presently have in the game. Most people in SWGOH are using Sabine, who gives everyone 25% crit damage and 25% crit chance. And I think that's a big no-no. I think Sabine does not need to be on this team. I think she's way better off in a Mandalorian team somewhere else. And I think Zeb's similarity is he's nice, but I think that between Kanan and Chopper, you're going to get plenty of survivability. All right, so Rex says more health, more speed, more tenacity, more crit chance. Ezra says gain stacking offense till the end of his turn. Whatever you want, Ezra, I promise I'll explain in a second. Chopper is going to give you incredible survivability every turn at the start of a Phoenix turn, basically, because again, this gets shared. You're going to recover 15% health whenever damaged by an attack. He's going to gain 15% protection up. So that means every time you get hit, your team survives a little bit better. And remember, that's on top of 90% health, and protection up is based on health. So you want Chopper there. Okay, now let's go over to Kanan. Why do you want Kanan and not Sabine or Zeb? Here's why. First off, 25% or 70% counter chance across the board. That's good. That's good, especially for Rex. Rex wants that, and I'll show you why. But he's also going to give you 25% health recovery whenever you suffer a debuff. Remember I said you want actually to get debuffed? Because when you get that debuff, cool stuff happens through Rex and Hera, but then Kanan's special, his second special, says dispel all those buffs and gain defense up and grant himself and target ally foresight. And when that foresight dispels from both your characters, Kanan takes a turn. He gets 100% turn meter. So he's fast on top of the bonus 55 speed, on top of Hera's leadership turn meter abilities, on top of whatever, right? He gains a lot of speed. In addition, all Phoenix gain 50% turn meter. So Rex's AoE potentially gives you 75% turn meter. By virtue of using a special, you gain 20% turn meter. Kanan gives you 50% turn meter. There's so much turn meter baked in right there, and he has the only full team dispel. So when you get all those debuffs, all that other stuff triggered that I mentioned before, and then he cleans it off. Now, why do you want Ezra? Ezra's your attacker. He's going to put out the most damage, but his second special, as simple as this is, when you target a support ally to use on his special, they're getting in 40% turn meter. Well, that's going to help you gain again a speed advantage, take more turns, and reset or drop their cooldowns. So you're going to want to pass that over to Rex, he's going to assist with him. And when he assists, his basic double taps, and for each crit, it's going to dispel a random Phoenix ally. So you want those debuffs, and then he's going to help you dispel it every time he assists. And he's going to, of course, assist because Rex turns the entire team into Geonosians. So every time you use a special ability, that character gains 20% bonus turn meter. Everybody attacks, he cleanses. All right, really, really cool. And then Ezra helps you get all those turns. So here we go. This is in Territory Wars against Jedi Knight Revan. We got a Relic 8 Yoda. I am not using the 15% Acron. I do have a meh Datacron on there because my opponent has one. They've got Jolie, they got Bastila Shan at Relic 7, they've got all 3 Zetas, so they've got 3, 6, 7, 8 Zetas to, I think, I don't know, my 4 or something on this team, and you don't need all of the Phoenix Zetas, but right there we just got a buttload of turn meter. See how everyone's at full health, or full turn meter, I mean. We're going to call an assist over there. We need to get rid of Grandmaster Yoda, but we're going to put backup plan on Chopper since he got hit, and that's also going to put it, of course, on the entire team. Everyone just got backup plan. Everyone assisted. Now I'm going to go ahead and taunt, which is going to give him 20% turn meter, and call everyone to assist. Unfortunately, we're just basicing there. Now we're going to use a special. Everybody assists, right? And so that turn meter just keeps on going. Look how many turns we've already taken. Look at all the buffs we've got. We have board control. We've got backup plan on everybody. So even if something goes haywire. All right, now we're going to call an assist from Ezra. We get a couple double taps, triple tap, quadruple tap. Don't ask me why. I don't understand what just happened there, but I will take it. Now we're going to spam some more debuffs. A neat thing about Rex is it initially applies tenacity down. If that tenacity down, it can't be evaded, but it can be resisted. If it goes, the other debuffs are guaranteed, the offense down and the daze, like you can see on Revan. All right, we're going to call another assist over there on Rex. We got rid of Yoda. Now we got to get rid of Jolie. We've got all that stacking offense, right? Because every time we use a special, everybody's gaining 10% offense. See, look, we're starting to hit for a whole lot more. Jolie's recovering a bit. That's okay, though. We're going to get taunt, and whoops, down goes Mace. All right, we're gonna strip off all of those buffs over there, which just revived all of our health and protection. We are back at full banners right now, if this were GAC, but of course, Territory Wars, Hera's Omicron. And look at that. This was easy. This was not even in the realm of a close match. And you might be wondering about my mods. They're not great. I've got, I think, about plus 110 to 115 speed on most of them, but none of them are truly amazing. Yes, like a couple of them have like a plus 20, 25 speed mod because that's like my target, but a couple of them still have some purple mods, not even 6 dots. Most of them are not. So I'm developing my mods, which means like when I get this squad maxed out, say at all plus 140, 150 speed, they're going to become even just a heck of a lot more potent. All right, now this is an arena, so no Omicron. So we're losing out on the bonus speed. We're losing out on the bonus mass backup plan. So we're just in an arena, and we are now up against General Grievous. There's no Newt, but there is a Wat Tambor. So let's just see what happens over here. Same general strategy though, although IG has the armor tech there, tank tech, whatever. So I can't like perma-dispel him. So we're just gonna have to go through him. Again, remember, every time you're using a special, the entire team is gaining 10% stacking offense. Now, that I can't emphasize the value of exponential growth. Like, if you have any ambition of going into finance or you work in finance, then you'll understand immediately what I mean, or if you're a mathematician or whatever. But for the average person who doesn't really ever think about it, exponential growth is like, it's like the most powerful mathematical advantage you can get. When the curve just starts going up and up and up, which this is, means the longer this match goes on, the longer things get delayed, the more powerful the team is going to become. Right? So, okay, we got rid of IG, we've stunned Watt. Now I want to get rid of B1 because his AoE just is gonna, it's gonna whittle us down a bit. So we're just trying to get rid of him. Now you may be asking, like, why did I use a special there instead of a basic? The reason is I just want everyone to assist, and I want to make sure that I'm gaining a turn meter from using a special. That's it. I want the turn meter and I want the mass assist. There's a bunch of debuffs, which means a bunch more turn meter. We're going to go ahead and taunt and see how everyone's at full health again. We're recovering our protection. Like, this is just no contest. And by the way, this was, I do believe, a 5-star Rex. All right, 5-star Rex. Here we go. Let's check out Adrad. This is another 5-star Rex. You can see right there, 5-star gear 11. All right, we're going to go up against Admiral Raddus once again in arena. So no Omicrons, not on Rex, not on Adrad, nothing. It's just stock. So let's check it out. What's the strategy? Same as before. Use your specials. Spam the specials. See, you want that counter attack, which we just got right there. Spread out all those debuffs. My whole team's at full turn meter. Strip off a taunt or whatever we had over there. I think that was tenacity up actually on Adrad. That's okay. We're going to pass some turn meter over to Rex. Rex is at full. We're going to go ahead and taunt with Kanan, who's going to clear off all of those debuffs. We're going to spam some more debuffs, giving everyone more turn meter. We're going to put a nice little hit over there to strip off the taunt on the tank. I always get that backwards. All right, we're going to put some, we're going to call an assist. Look at all those attacks. Wow, that was beautiful. Oh, right, because that calls him to attack twice, and then apparently he was called to assist from Rex. Right, that's why he's attacking 3 or 4 times. Got it. Got it. Okay. So look how easy that was, right? Once you get rid of Adrad and, of course, Jin, this is easy, which means in Territory Wars and late game, you will see Adrad in Territory Wars, and GAC, you will definitely see Adrad from time to time. Phoenix destroys them. All right, and now the last one I'm going to showcase real quick is First Order. This is, of course, no slicker. We're not talking about GLs. So we got Hux lead here. This one is a little bit trickier. You want to get rid of Hux as quickly as possible because he prevents a lot of that turn meter gain. So you can see how Chopper and Rex have no turn meter. So you want to get rid of him. He is target numero uno. He has to die. If you see a Hux, then it needs to die. Right? So, like, I'm thinking, do I pass it over to Rex? Well, if I do, we don't gain a turn meter, but apparently we did. Oh, I think there's a condition, like he has to have advantage or something. There's a condition there, whatever. We got it. Hux is gone. Now, the second trick in here, and there is another trick. The second trick to beating First Order is that Kylo Ren Unmasked heals faster than Chopper and Kanan can hurt him, which means that every time you're doing these mass assists, you have a higher probability of healing Kylo Ren at the end of the turn than you do damaging him, like reducing his health pool. So how do you get around that? You basically want to save your specials, like do not target him with a special from Chopper or Kanan. You want to hold that off, just basic. Allow Kylo Ren to recover his 8%, whatever it is. And then when it comes back around to Ezra or Rex, then you want to use your middle specials. So like right here, no, we're not going to go after Kylo Ren. Okay, now we're going to switch. Oh, no, I boo-booed right there. That's a misplay. My bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of Kylo Ren OG. And pew, pew, pew. And he's almost gone. Okay, let's go ahead and taunt, whatever that is, that's a taunting ability. Okay, here we go, big hit. And you can see Kylo Ren's health didn't really move, right? So it took me a while to figure this out. Like right now I'm watching, I'm like, okay, yeah, see his health is not moving. Like I sometimes measure health by the letters in their name, and I'm like, we're not getting down past the K in Kylo, right? It's just bouncing back and forth. And I'm thinking, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And this was the first encounter that I tried with this. I'm like, wow, we're barely pushing him down. And then it occurred to me, oh, right, it's all those assists. So let's stop assisting. Basic right there. We're going to basic with Hera. We're going to spam some debuffs right there, which gives us some turn meter. Big hit from Ezra. And we can see now the health is starting to drop down. So basic Chopper, basic Kanan, basic Hera, special Ezra, special on Rex. And eventually, bye-bye. Hey, I hope this video was enjoyable. I hope you got something out of it. If so, great. I've succeeded. Otherwise, you tell me what you think, please. Leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have some tips, tricks, or experiences you'd like to share, post them down below. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.